where, of course, Danny Hackerberg and FIFA Nations Cup for the 2023 season. This is the big one, the $300,000 game of FIFA. 2 legs of FIFA coming right up. Who will crown themselves as 2v2 world champions? If you are looking to follow along at home with individual player curses, individual player movements in the game, the captain of this Brazilian side is PH, and he's played in every single matchup throughout the Nations journey so far, and it will be Resende with that orange circle above his head in the Brazilian side. On the opposite side, Levy de Veer, no surprise, is the captain with that blue triangle. That sort of turquoise green will be Emre Yilmaz.
You've already seen a couple of attacks starting to take shape. That over-the-top through ball for the Netherlands. Brazil looking to play down the byline, driven passing side. That's risky.
Oh, Resende picked that one up with R9. Did not expect to get the ball there, and I mean, I don't think they expected to give it away.
First 8 minutes, hospital pass straight across your own box. Way to get the blood pumping.
As we said on the build-up, both of these teams have experience of 0-0 first leg games. Only look back to France against Brazil in the semi-final. Alternatively, the semi-final that the Netherlands had to play. First Elastico or two. Here's Emre Yilmaz, showing what he can do. Such a great mechanical player, Richard, this year. We've seen it individually, how good he's been. Became a European champion just a few months ago in Istanbul.
Yeah, a lot of people argue best player in the world as well, Emre Yilmaz. And it's hard to do that when all the other players, all the other pros here, even attendance in Riyadh, say you're the best, to then go and back it up, to then go and qualify for multiple tournaments, to go and win the biggest tournament up to date outside of the FIFA measures.
Well, the wild thing about Emre Yilmaz, 18 years of age, this is only his second year competing. Please
Incredible.
keep that in mind. 2 years in a row he's played in that time. Back-to-back E-World Cup Grand Finals. E-Nations Grand Final as Brazil looks to build up on their first real chance of the game. Milinkovic-Savic, couple of step-overs. Here's Brazil now back to Resende. Big save from Courtois. And it's the first shot fired from Brazil.
It's a nice build-up play. Vanja Milinkovic-Savic involved for both teams. He was the 6'8" player in the middle of the pitch, if you're unfamiliar with his appearance.
Here's for Dembele. Here's the Netherlands now. Little stab at that from... Oh no, it just couldn't quite find his full conviction through the shot.
Both teams had big chances. I love the press.
No, Emre Yilmaz, big win back for Emre. There could be a chance for Levy. It is the Netherlands that strike first. You simply cannot make a mistake like that in a grand final.
You also have to applaud the pressing of the Netherlands. It looked a pretty simple pass out the back. They were on it, they were quick, they were electric. And it's been a really good start from both nations. Brazil could have gone 1-0 up with that shot across the goalkeeper. The Netherlands come down the other end, they sustain the attack and get their just rewards.
You're right though, Richard, the timing of that press from Emre Yilmaz. It just passed over to his teammate, Lemmy de Veer. It's the Netherlands that lead by a goal to 0 here. Fun fact for you, they've never matched up, these two nations, in the E-Nations series at all, from FIFA 19 to last year in Copenhagen and even this year. Obviously, respectively, in different regions on the online qualifiers. But when they've got to LAN in terms of group stages, bracket runs, they've never matched. The first time they are matching is in a grand final.
We said it might be a 0-0 in the opening leg. We were wrong. The Netherlands coming out with a real, you got to say, game plan. That's not something that you just spur of the moment do. It's a conscious decision to say, yeah, we're going to start on the front foot and we're going to really try and press this Brazilian side into a mistake, and it's exactly what they did.
Well, we also know what this Netherlands side can do too, Richard, in terms of just ripping their opponents apart. Morocco had such a good tournament, but struggled in that second leg against them. Here's Resende now back to PH in Brazil on the hunt for a way back in the tie. So much pressure there from Emre Yilmaz. Had to just panic and get the ball clear of Russell on there. Brazil still in the ascendancy of the Netherlands. Keeping on that long throw into the box. They go for it. Milinkovic-Savic is there on a knockdown, but he's also there on the defensive side for the Netherlands.
Yeah, you remember when it used to be Ruud Gullit and Cristiano Ronaldo defending each other? A repeat of that.
Emre Yilmaz, what have you got for me? On this side of the pitch, big win from Brazil. If you have just tuned in, it's the E-Nations Grand Final. Keep an eye on another long throw potentially. Maybe not needed this time. Gullit happy to pick up the ball. The Netherlands looking for a second. Back to R9. Little reverse elastico. It wasn't needed, but he also didn't expect to get that much time and that much room on the ball.
The goalkeeper movement, again, really, really important for Brazil. They committed to that far side. He shifted him all the way across.
Camavinga keeping on his run. Pickpockets. Russell with a couple of step overs. It's nice. Still patient is PH in all that superb. Milinkovic-Savic will twist, will turn. Oh no! Ousmane Dembele will not want to see that one again.
Huge, huge opportunity missed. I love the pass from the corner right onto the edge of the box, onto the D. It just opens and splits open that defence. You then knock it into your striker, you knock it into your attacking players that you expect to hit the back of the net. So once in a blue moon. Miss from Ousmane Dembele.
Well, they worked it so nicely, didn't they? Essentially last chance of the first half it. What a throw-in. Just inside their own half. Long throw maybe, Emre Yilmaz teased the idea, now it's Levy. Happy to play it short. There is one Dutch player that has had such a key part of this team, Frankie de Jong, partners alongside Ruud Gullit in the midfield. Been the ultimate box-to-box midfielder. To rip this one in, here's a shot for Gullit, sticks the hands of Courtois, will they get it clear? Yes, they will, and we'll take a breather into half-time. The Netherlands still lead by a goal to nil, but it very nearly, Richard, could have been 2 goals to nil.
A frantic first 45 minutes, it has to be said. Both teams attacking well, opening up their opponents on multiple different occasions. Let's have a look at some of the key moments from this first half of action. It's a shot, and just look at the bottom of the screen when they try to play this out. Look at the radar there. He flicks onto him and he presses him with Henry high up the pitch. Then it's all about the cutback. Do you have it? Yes, they do. And a great finish. This is a huge, huge chance. Ousmane Dembele.
I mean, that's Emre Yilmaz there. We said this guy is a bit of a FIFA monster. Look at what he's done this year in 1v1. Only 18 years of age, second year competing, and already earned over $130,000 in prizing for a player that very casually just played FIFA last year, from what we heard. Then Team Gullit picked him up, continued to develop him, and now look at him playing in the biggest tournaments in the world. Fantastic press. A couple of ball rolls just set up for his teammate Levy, who still had a job to do. And he did that job just right. Back on the way. The second half in. If you're up here following the nations throughout the group stage and the knockout, should be very familiar. There are a couple of differences in the teams. There was a draft process that was followed for this tournament. Here's the Netherlands for a second. Wilfried Zaha gets that one clear. But back to the point, any of these nations were allowed to choose 3 guaranteed players in their team. Expect them to be R9 Mbappe and +1. For the Netherlands, they went for Ruud Gullit, of course they did. And there was another Dutch player on the side of Brazil, Virgil van Dijk, who's had to play his part along that back line. Speaking of someone who has been superb, Wilfried Zaha, shapeshifter, has offered so much on that right-hand side.
Yeah, he's one of those players that's just so versatile. He can play numerous different positions, from right back, right wing back, all the way up to a attacking right-sided midfielder. He needs to do some defensive work on that side at the moment, though.
Finesse from distance was always asking quite a few questions off the shot.
Yeah, if you are Brazil, you're happy for the Netherlands to be taking those sort of strikes. Didn't have the positioning, didn't have the angle. Sailing over the crossbar. For as good as Ruud Gullit is, and he's very good, well, he can pull that out.
There's one thing to pick up, sorry Richard, in terms of the way that Brazil have played the nations. Brazil have never made a sub in-game. They've only made a sub in between fixtures in the group stages. They've never made a sub in between the legs in knockout play. I know they're only 1-0 down. I know I'm building a picture early doors here. It just doesn't seem like it's part of their plans, if ever.
They've also got a very specific type of sub. It's an attacking player, so that they would only bring Paulo on when they're trailing in those knockout matches.
He's Henry. Levy, step overs for a second! Well, how about that? 2-0, the Netherlands lead.
It could be required here. 2-0 down. Both coaches using that device and getting in there with their players. The Brazil need a huge, huge turnaround. The Brazilians, should I say, need a huge turnaround in this matchup.
Just had a feeling going into this grand final that it goes either 2 ways. The Netherlands just create and create and create that they always seem to do. They did it throughout the group stages with big wins against Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, Canada, the list goes on. But also in the knockout stages, have not conceded a goal since a ball was kicked in the quarter-final first leg. Keep that in mind. Yes, they create, but also defensively so sound.
And those two on your screen looked locked in, Levy and Emre. There's been no reason, I'm going to go back to it when we're talking about Paulo Neto, there's been no reason to, because in a lot of those games have been quite tight, they've been quite cagey, and then they've pulled away. you're not bringing Paulo Neto on to see out a 1-0 lead or a 2-0 lead. You're bringing him on when you've got 10 minutes left to go when you're chasing a game.
Well, there was only one team in the eNations that beat Brazil on both occasions of meeting them, and it was Singapore, believe it or not. They had a great tournament, still made it into the knockout stages for the first time in their history. No other team has been able to beat Brazil. A couple of questions were asked, a couple of draws here or there in the group stages. But it's all to do now. Here's Resende. Finds Klosterman. PH in, trying to get creative from the edge of the box with the Brazilian Neymar. They're in a dangerous position now, the Netherlands. Keep an eye on the run. The Levy is making it. It's Emre Yilmaz driving forward to Mbappe. Is it a third? Not yet. Possession still in the hands, though.
You just saw that pace of Mbappe as well. He breezed past him on the byline, got into the box. If they keep creating like this, if they keep getting those byline runs, this could be 3 or 4.
Klosterman. Camavinga. Charging on from fullback. Again, defensively so sound. Keen to get your thoughts, Richard. Milinkovic-Savic, we know how good he is, but he just sits in this back five for the Netherlands. And he's just done such a good job of just ticking things over.
Well, he gives you a lot of protection. Anything in the air, you know he's going to be good. You know he's going to be... That's what he's in the team for, but just any sort of block, any sort of interception, he's so big. And I know we've made a joke about his size a few times over the last couple of tournaments, but he just locks on to a lot in that back five. And offensively, if you need a surging centre-back moving forward, if you need someone from a throw-in or from a corner, he just offers you so much. I'm not surprised that in our grand final, the best 2 nations of the tournament, I'm sure Alex B will like this, is in both teams.
Well, it might get worse for Brazil. Henry towards the back post, Mbappe was there, Klosterman tucks it in the back five as an extra body. Counter-attack. What a ball that one could be. It's a running race between Theo Hernandez and Milinkovic-Savic, who apparently doesn't just defend, he also makes 40, 50-yard runs forward to try and pull the current eNations Cup champions. Long ball forward, finds Henry. Is there a cut-back available back to Hullen? It's going to be dangerous. R9, couple of skill moves. Let me veer back to Emre Yilmaz. This time it is the Brazilian defender that comes to save the day. Not for that long, though.
I think if you are Brazil, it's been a very subpar first leg performance. It sounds crazy to say. I think you get out of this game with a 2-goal deficit. You go into the second leg knowing, okay, we know what we need to do. We need to put the front foot in the ascendancy. We need to put the foot on the accelerator. We need to start pressing more, just be a little bit more offensively minded, which we know they can do. But this has been a great performance from the Netherlands.
Last chance of the first leg. Can't go back. They did back on the way now. Second leg with it all to do for the defending eNations Cup champions Brazil, who trail 2-0. Will this super sub, Paulo Neto, just give them a breath of fresh air? The Netherlands kicking from left to right. Levi David with that red triangle above his player's head. The orange circle will be controlled by Emre Yilmaz. On the opposite side, PH in captain, played every game for Brazil in this eNations Cup. That dark blue triangle, and the newest man in town, picking up a controller for the first time in a few days. Paulo Neto, long ball into the box. It's not great, but it nearly worked.
You already see Paulo Neto, he picked up the ball there, and instead of playing the simple ball down the line, he tried a fierce driven pass right into the heart of the pitch.
It's Zaha. Paulo Neto getting his first taste on the ball. Expect that creativity from him that, of course, didn't work out on that occasion, but fortunately, Brazil do keep possession. Big win again.
The only thing you would potentially say is defensively you lose probably a few attributes. Taking out Rosendo.
It's one of those, though, isn't it? You have to go for it. Emre Yilmaz with Russelon for the Netherlands, looking for a third. Levy, Elastico! How's that not hit the target? Was it a save? No!
Incredible. The Elastico, he sold the defender an absolute dream. Just opens up the entire box. Flashes it wide of the goal.
Well, maybe the FIFA gods are looking down on Brazil and blessing them with one last chance. A comeback. Mbappe nearly just locked onto that one again. Superb defender from Ousmane Dembele.
Not a sentence we often say.
Well, he nearly scored a goal, didn't he, in the first game? Ousmane Dembele was part of the 8-player draft in this Brazilian side since the group stages onwards. Every question asked of Milinkovic-Savic, he has answered with an exclamation mark. Brazil still knocking on the door. Is their way through this Netherlands side again? Big tackle again at the back, this time Theo Hernandez.
Good tackle.
Not for that long though. PH in. It's back with Zaha. What can we see here? Milinkovic-Savic finds Henry, couple of step overs. Paulo Neto, this is your time to shine. Back to goal R9 in a battle with fellow icon Hullet.
And what we've seen just from the opening 20 minutes, the pace of the game has intensified.
Here's Dembele now. Brazil hunting for a way back, finds Henry, hands on the ball from Courtois with a corner. Whipped in to the head of Hullet. Brazil still in possession.
That's a bad loss.
Is there a chance to break? That press is fierce from Brazil. Where's the option? Great job of just delaying it.
Oh, Brazil. It has to be said, they had that one chance, that big opportunity to go 3-0 up, and as soon as that doesn't fall, almost Brazil get an extra level of confidence to go, okay, we're still in the game. We are still in this.
Not quite.
Not the best.
You see the intentions at least, as you're saying, Richard. 30 minutes into this game, it has been all Brazil. They've had to be a lot more aggressive so far. The Netherlands have weathered that storm. Emre Yilmaz there, taking all the time he wants, just to left stick dribble that one.
Maybe just an indication of the Netherlands trying to slow the pace of the game down as well. They don't want to be playing at this frantic you attack, I attack style of FIFA. You're 2-0 up, you're in a great position.
Well, Camavinga offside. It looked good for a second. Playing the game at their own pace. Oh, the Netherlands. It was heartbreak only 5 days ago. Levy fell in the semi-finals. Here's Mbappe, big chance from Henry. Russelon with a huge tackle. Emre Yilmaz, right place, right time.
They're creating a lot more than they were in the first leg, though, are Brazil. Lovely driven pass, opening up the majority of the box. It was fizzed across. And his first touch just couldn't quite set him away. Thierry Henry.
Edging towards half-time. Still 2-0 they lead. Even with a Paulo Neto substitution for Rosendo. Long ball forward. It's a battle between Varane, who comes out on top. Henry back, offering a defensive aspect of his game.
For Brazil, just to maybe have a little bit of belief as well, a goal here would be pivotal. Going to half-time, you half the deficit.
A back post available. Paulo Neto doing so well to just get down that byline, but the option of the pass back to Ousmane Dembele was always asking a lot from the French winger. Last chance of the half. I don't even think there's going to be any urgency. They don't need to. They lead by 2-0. Still Netherlands. An impressive first leg after so many 0-0s in the knockout stages here at the eNations. We didn't expect quite the start that we did see. Added time to come in. There was no added time to be needed on that occasion. Half-time, 45 minutes away of the Netherlands from an eNations Cup win.
And isn't it crazy how we spoke so highly of Brazil in that opening 45 minutes, yet the biggest chance of the entire half went to the Netherlands. They had that cutback opportunity. He opened the space with the Elastico and somehow didn't hit the back of the net.
Well, you mentioned that moment, Rich. Lots of pressure from Brazil, but the Netherlands had the best chance of the game.
Again, just open it up out wide. You see the cutback in the box, just right there. R9, the Elastico is perfect. We say green it? I don't know, it's harsh.
Can I fit in the post on the way through? Look, the smallest.
I thought he saved it.
The smallest of inches. Going to the back of the net. Well, a nation that unites over the sport of football. For those that are watching from Brazil now, they need your support. 2-0 down. It might be getting even worse if the Netherlands have got anything to do with it. Back to De Jong. Ball did stick to his feet for an extra second or two, but not enough. The goal changed his game completely, just to give a bit of doubt. Mbappe, is he round the right side? Is there one more pass? In the air! Militao crushing Brazilian hearts. A huge defensive interception there. Just a reset play. Regain possession.
They left it late last year, did Brazil. Beating Poland with the last kick of the game. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's going to be dramatic scenes again if we are going to see a back-to-back eNations Cup champion.
Keep an eye on R9's run, just offside. Usman Dembele does well. Push, PH hits, sorry. Doing so well. Back to R9 is Paulo Neto trying to weave his way. And now defenders, big win. Paulo Neto again. Finds Dembele. PH in. It's defensively so good. Penalty!
Wow.
Penalty to Brazil. This could change the game. R9 with it. It's Paulo Neto, the super sub. Saved! You will not get a better chance than that when luck, you could argue, was on your side.
I mean, it's such a flurry, it has to be said, inside the box. There is shots being taken, there is chances. The one definitive, the referee putting his whistle to his mouth, giving the penalty. And maybe it just is the Netherlands' time. I was about to say they've defended unbelievably well over the course of the two legs.
We were just about to congratulate them, weren't we, on another big tackle there, but the referee pointed to the spot. You may just be able to see that piece of technology in all the pods here. It basically provides live gameplay for the coaches to go back over moments, highlight moments, capture replays. Certainly has been a game-changing tool for a lot of these teams. Quarter comes in now after that penalty miss from Brazil. Whips it in deep. Is there a ball back across? Milinkovic-Savic, the ball bouncing around. It's the Milinkovic-Savic in an orange shirt that gets the ball clear. Still the pressure continues to build. Pogba back to R9, goes down to ground. Neymar dancing, weaving, and unfortunately putting that one wide.
It's really nice play again. I was slightly surprised they didn't take the free kick. It was in a really good area on the edge of the box. Their press is relentless right now.
R9, is there one more pass? Paulo Neto in the tightest of areas finds Hullet, who times it green. Will get a second bite at it maybe. What are we going back for? Offside. It's just moments, it's just...
The pendulum's ever so slightly swinging towards Brazil. The couple of chances, the press is in. We've seen how effective constant pressure can be.
But still, no matter the pressure, no matter what barges his way through the Netherlands defence, there is still always an answer.
they've well and truly gone for it as well now. The line is so high. It's attack, attack, attack. You either lose 2-0 or you go out on your shield and potentially end up 5 or 6, or you force the comeback.
Mbappe bundled to the floor. Referee waves that one away. And this is where the gap starts to appear, and it could get quite ugly for Brazil. You're right to say they went for the game, but they can certainly lose the game in these moments here. Possession changes hands again. Emre Yilmaz dispossessed. PAG in good press. Brazil back on the hunt. Still 2-0 down. They trail in this year's grand final. Mbappe keeping on his run. Pogba will try and ball roll his way past Element Tau. Nice win back from R9. Possession goes the way of Brazil still.
Just saw R9's stamina bar there. He's absolutely shattered.
Hello. Long ball. Pull it. R9 just can't find the exit, can't find the direction. Another wave of Brazilian pressure. When will that goal come? When will that moment be? PH in, this time of R9. Just patient.
Hold on.
Milinkovic-Savic, PH in! Penalty again! Brazil this time have to score from the spot. It's Paulo Neto again on it. R9 has to put it right for Brazil. Does this time. We have got a game on our hands.
Game well and truly back on. I was about to say, it's a great tackle. He just nicks the ball off his toe. The referee pulls it back. Penalty given. And we are in for a historic grandstand final 15 minutes.
Well, keeping on one of the biggest changes this year on FIFA 23. 5 subs are allowed in the game. Those subs are going to have to save Brazil, because look at the stamina bars.
Haaland, left mid.
Just go anywhere. Go anywhere on the pitch. You should have saw the sort of Resende there. He was lying back on the couch in the booth. He couldn't watch the penalties. But you're right, we're about to say, brilliant defending, Netherlands. You saw what PAG was looking for there. The ball was bounced around a couple of times. Milinkovic-Savic, right place, right time. The ball fell back kindly.
He greened it as well.
And for a second, I was worried about a red card for the Netherlands there. The referee didn't give a red card. But there is a goal back. And has the momentum swung back the way of Brazil, potentially? They love late drama. They did it last year in Copenhagen. Have they got more for us here again? Haaland comes on. Pogba. Is it a 2-2? Back to Neymar! And Brazil are back!
Unbelievable.
You can't quite see it off screen, but they just pulled out the commentary box.
Unbelievable. 6 minutes. The change is in.
Oh my.
Levy is out.
Oh
Manu
my.
Bashir.
The first time in a long time that we have seen Levy David sit out of the match.
He's played nearly every game.
He has played every game. He has played every single game, Levy David. First time. He said he's got this captain role in the team. That's the first time he subbed himself out. Get the young guns in. Manu Bashir. And he...
You so rarely sub the captain because they're the one in charge of the goalkeeper. They do the goalkeeper movement.
Emre Yilmaz. And how's Manu Bashir feeling right now coming into this one? The one thing that I like about this change, they're teammates.
So used to playing with each other.
They're teammates outside this tournament. They didn't qualify for the E-Club World Cup, but they were in qualification together in the TG, the Team Bullet, obviously headquarters out in the Netherlands. They've got so many reps together in 2v2 FIFA. It's a sensible change, but they didn't expect to be in this scenario.
Could be the story of substitutions. Paulo Neto comes in, second leg. 2-0 to 2-2. Now with 10 minutes left to go, Levy is replaced by Manu Bashir.
If Brazil went on to win this in normal time, what a match it would be. Camavinga, the Netherlands, desperate to get back in front on this tie. Big save from Gostou. 7 minutes to be played. Milinkovic-Savic looking in the back post, just queuing up for a potential cross. Played short, we're looking for a loop ball into the box. Hullet, power shot from there. That was Emre Yilmaz. That means the red cursor now will be Manu Bashir.
Milinkovic-Savic back post. I think it was just offside.
This becomes a very
time.
different game, but 2v2 FIFA with the introduction of substitutions in game. Paulo Neto has changed it. An attacking Brazilian side has pulled Brazilian hearts back into dreaming again. Last year champions in Copenhagen in extra time. Is it more extra time drama from the South American nation? Added time to follow. Last kick of the game. 2 minutes of added time. And they are in the half of the Netherlands. It's their big moment, maybe. What can we see here? The Netherlands, again, they win it back, but they give possession away.
You know where this is going.
Long throw. Where is he? You can just see him. There he is. Milinkovic-Savic, long ball. It misses him completely. Doesn't matter, though. Hullet, last chance. Added time of 2 minutes. Extra time will be needed. We've got a free kick first. We've got a Brazilian free kick first. Let's get back to the game.
No, it was for the Netherlands.
Oh, I apologise.
No, you get excited.
I apologise. Well, well, well. Extra time is needed in this year's eNations Cup final. A tournament that always delivers the drama.
And maybe that substitution was with extra time in hand as well, in mind for
the last time
the Netherlands. They did it against Australia.
I think it's about the 70th minute, Richard, in the tie. It was Manu that came in for Emre Yilmaz. Obviously, as we know, went on to penalties. Resende.
What a substitution for Brazil.
Getting amongst it.
Paulo Neto and PHZ have turned this game on its head. What a final.
Well, 180 minutes and 4 goals was enough to separate the two. 30 more minutes is needed to determine this year's 2v2 world champions at the eNations Cup. Grand prize of $300,000. Big win, it's a massive turnover. Neymar. Ruben Dias is back once or twice. He's going to give away another corner, or not. Militao wins again. It's aggressive from Brazil.
This first period of extra time is usually low scoring.
Usually nothing happens.
We start to see in the second period from 105 to 120 with penalties looming. A little bit more drama, but Brazil,
Garincha.
just non-stop drama, it's got to be said.
Even at 2-0, Richard, with what, 45 minutes left to be played, we doubted them. Just because Netherlands were so good defensively. They gave away a penalty, they saved one, they gave away another penalty. Paulo Neto had to take both of those. Fortunate for him, on the second time of asking, R9 could find the back of the net. Well, we've near enough played 50 minutes of extra time already, and as expected, nothing really to talk about. The smallest of margins now will play its part, determining who will be world champion. And there we have it, 15 minutes of extra time gone. 15 minutes away from penalties.
PHZ's already had penalty drama in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, up against Team Footwiz. That was in the Club World Cup. Just see Renzo going over his tactics, instructions. On the other side of it, Brazil, certainly the team on top in the ascendancy.
Still can't get over this
Can't
performance
watch.
from Paulo Neto. Look, a superb player by his own right. I know PHG's been the captain. Only played 4 games, not picked up a controller since what? Wednesday? Day 2 of the group stages.
Secret weapon Neto. He comes on and changes the game.
Well, can he be a hero for Brazil? Here they come now. Not for that long. Hugo Lloris does get subbed on. That's his shapeshifter item, believe it or not. Does play as a central midfielder.
Ooh.
Mbappe, couple of step overs. Neymar's in the box. Waiting for the right key. PA's in still.
Oh!
PA's in! Take a bow! You speak about individual moments in 2v2 FIFA, Richard Buckley. Look no further.
He tricked everybody in attendance as well as that Netherlands side with the fake shot. When do you ever see that? Oh, just incredible stuff. He got it out wide, he worked his way into the box, and then just jinked inside.
You just see Resende go up to him and literally shout in his face, "Are you human?" That was pretty ridiculous what he just pulled off there.
9 minutes.
A player that,
And if that
only knows this feeling only too well in extra time. Did it against Poland last year in an eNations Cup final to remember, when he was sat alongside Crapaldi. Brazil are not far away from writing history. We've never seen a back-to-back eNations Cup winner. Are we about to see one here? 10 minutes for the Netherlands to show us some of that goal-scoring form.
and how the coin turns completely on its head. Brazil now, the pressing is gone. You just wanted to keep the ball. You wanted to see out the game. The Netherlands, everything going forward. Erling Haaland's been a great substitution as well, just as that out ball every single time on the left-hand side.
Well, teammates outside of this, the two 18-year-olds. It is time to show what you're worth. Mali Bashor, Emre Yilmaz looking for an equaliser. Ball ricochets off Garincha on the way through. That looked to be a dangerous ball for a second. There's the aggressive press, comes off the head of Mbappe. Still in possession is the Netherlands, looking for an all-important equaliser. There's the step-overs. Here's Mali Bashor, reversal has to go, or two.
That might be it. You might get one more chance if the ball turns over, which it won't.
The running race, Neymar taking time out of the game. They do not need to score again. Possession in their hands, the trophy near enough in their hands for a second year in a row. Adding time to follow. What a comeback, what a story, what a nation this is. They did it last year in Copenhagen. They travelled to the Middle East with a comeback story like no other. Brazil will be world champions once again. Never write them out.
What a leader. That man is on the screen. PHZ, Resende, the experience. Paulo Neto, the secret weapon that you always need to have.
And I think what you see there is a man that's been through all the emotions in the last 4 days here in Riyadh. Such a big substitution as well in between the two legs on the other sides. They can't believe it, and neither can we. 2-0 up, defending so well. Penalty save.
Look at these scenes. That's what it means. That's what being the best nation on the planet when it comes to FIFA esports, and that is what it's all about.
What a final. Brazil, if you've just joined, back-to-back 2v2 22 world champions, another eNations Cup win. No matter where the tournament is held, they will turn up, they will qualify. And by the looks of it, they'll win the trophy. It might have been a slightly different roster this time round, but the captain remained the same, the danger man remained the same. On the other side, as we said, the Netherlands, you've got to feel for them. What a tournament they've played. It's their best ever out in an eNations Cup. It won't mean much now, I know that, but still, what a team that's been put together and a great example of just talent coming through year after year.
And what a moment for Ascende. He's at a historic FIFA esports season. When you look back, FIFA 18, FIFA 19, we've been there every step of the way, and it's always been, well, he gets to the finals, he gets to the semi-finals, but he doesn't get the moment. Last year in Copenhagen, he didn't get the moment to lift the trophy. This year, he is a pivotal part of this roster.
25 years of age for Ascende, well, you question how many more days out is there going to be like this? He may have been to 2 E-World Cups, he may have been an E-Libertadores winner, but how about an E-Nations Cup winner? This one will be different for him especially. On the sidelines last year, yes, he was there with the celebrations, lifting the trophy, but this time he plays his part. Without any further ado, it's been a pleasure bringing you this grand final, but for now, it's over to Spencer Owen to crown this year's champions.
Wow, what an incredible final. It's now time to crown our winners. It's my privilege to present to you the champions of the FIFA eNations 2023, Brazil! Incredible scenes there, back-to-back champions. The first country ever to win the eNations twice is, of course, Brazil. I'm gonna have a few words with the guys now. I think you've got another wristband to add to your hand, haven't you?
Yeah, I still got the wristband from last season, and I don't know, you guys didn't give me one for this season, but I'm gonna keep this one.
Incredible stuff. Listen, one thing that's unique about this 2v2 format and the role of the coach is the substitutions you can do in-game. How important was that change you made at 2-0 down?
Yeah, we know we got 3 amazing players, so we know Paulo is the king of the United States. He has been on winning MLS back to back, so we know his powers offensive, and we needed 2 goals. We got 2 behind, and we have to sub Paulo in to be back on the game.
As a footballing nation, you've won the most World Cups of any country. Now you've won the most eNations of any country as well. Does that make you the most dominant football nation on and off the pitch?
I think makes, right? But we super humble. We won against Netherlands. We are pretty close friends. They are a really good nation as well. It was a great match. But yeah, we dominate football.
And if you're going to win a final of this stature, and if it's going to be in extra time, it takes a special goal to win it. And talk to me about that goal, because it was unreal.
Yeah, PHZ, he has a star. I have been saying this. He's the best player in the world. And he's showing us again this season, last season with the 9-minute goal, this season with the extra time goal. Yeah, he's super special. We're glad he's a Brazilian.
Well, it's a special team and a special country, and of course, along with the title of the #1 country in FIFA esports comes with a rather large check. $300,000 has been won here by Brazil. Congratulations, an incredible display. 2 years in a row now. Who knows, maybe they'll make it 3 in a row. But they're $300,000 richer. Your FIFA eNations 2023 champions, Brazil. Now I'm going to shortly have a chat with our losing finalist team, Netherlands. They're just finishing up another interview, but of course with every winner comes a losing side, so we'll have a quick chat with them. But while we wait for that interview to finish, we're going to go over to our casters, Richard and Brandon, to talk us through what we've just seen.
Yeah, I mean, what a final that was. We won't see moments of that again. I think